The Game Boy Advance was one of the greatest consoles ever released. From the sleek design to the... Everything about the Game Boy Advance was impressive for its time and was even marketed as a portable SNES, which was an insanely bold claim when the SNES looked like this. And this was at a time period where shit like this wasn't ever done. Portable games were only just starting up with the invention of the original Game Boy in 1989, which was bulkier than the Hulk's turns and powered by what felt like 38 batteries that lasted you a total of 6 minutes.
Okay, got my batteries in there, let's do that. Oh, it's dead.
Not to mention the off-colored green screen that was just rancid to look at.
Wow, this looks great.
In 1998, Nintendo released the Game Boy Color, which was a decent system in its own right, but when the Game Boy Advance hit the shelves in 2001, it made the Game Boy Color look like a plate of wolf shit. And as if the Game Boy Advance didn't already slap its meaty dick down on the world of gaming, the Game Boy Advance SP was released only a couple years later in 2003, which was the Mac Daddy of how to experience the Game Boy Advance. You had a rechargeable battery, a fucking backlight, multiple color options, and did I mention this fucker folds in half? Things weren't cool in the early 2000s unless they folded in half. But like all good consoles, the Game Boy Advance's strengths lied primarily in its games. There were a load of Game Boy Advance games made. By the end of the Game Boy Advance's release cycle, over 1,500 games had been made.
And because so many were made, finding truly great games for it was nearly impossible unless you had a subscription to Nintendo Power or was willing to sit through the sound of dial-up to connect to the internet to read a review from a sweaty man named Paul.
Barbie and the Magic of Pegasus is good game. 7 out of 7.
Damn it, Paul! So today we'll be going over a list of my top 10 favorite Game Boy Advance games. Now keep in mind that this is my personal list of favorites based on games that I typically like to play, so if you have a different opinion, cool. Opinions are like assholes, everyone's got them, and sometimes they stink. However, if there's a game that you feel like I've completely overlooked, share them in the comments down below, as I'm always down to engage and even try new games I haven't yet played. Before that though, a huge thanks to today's sponsor, NordVPN.
Hey, what's fresh, you Zangief looking ass? It's Red Onesie wearing Destry, and I actually remembered to plug in my microphone this time. Are you happy? Is this what you want? Psst. No, closer, come on. Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret, okay? All those social media companies out there, they only want one thing from you, and it's f***ing disgusting. Your personal data. Oh! That's right, and that's why NordVPN is more litty than a chicken titty. Because with the click of a single button, not only are you protecting yourself from Big Zuck over here with his nasty prying lizard eyes, but also any intruder, including your own internet service provider, who's like your recent ex-lover who always had to know what you're doing at all times.
Hey, what are you doing?
I don't know what you're talking about. And yeah, we live in the 2020s where weird hackers from the 80s and 90s don't exist anymore.
You better watch out. I'm a 1990s computer hacker. Hello, I'm a 2000s computer hacker.
Get out of here, you irrelevant son of a snake. But if hackers aren't your concern, then NordVPN also offers super fast servers all over the world that gives you access to unlocking region-specific content at the click of a button. What the f is that?
But Destry, is it safe?
What the f? Are you kidding me? At Nord, your safety is the top priority. Priority. It's so safe, it's like wearing 3 condoms. 1 condom, 95% effective? I don't think so. Slap on 3 of those babies and that makes it 285% effective. What? Tell me that doesn't make you feel warm and fuzzy inside. I mean, shit's sake, just listen to my heartbeat thinking about it. Are you okay? Probably not. Anyways, and if you act right now using my special link, you can get 68% off a 2-year plan.
4 extra months.
Absolutely free. I'm just gonna pretend that they gave you 1 more % off so we could all giggle about it. Okay. But still, that is some wicked tight savings. So what are you waiting for? Stop staring at me like I have a mental disorder and check out NordVPN today. Go to nordvpn.com/CaptainEstes and or use code CaptainEstes at checkout. Plus, they got a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you're literally insane if you don't do this. And what is that telling you if I'm the most sane person in the room?
Wow, okay, well thank you for that, and thank you also to NordVPN for sponsoring this video. But without further ado, coming in at number 10 is a bit of a niche one, Yu-Gi-Oh! Reshef of Destruction.
And I'll start by saying that this one is a bad game. It's not something that anyone besides Yu-Gi-Oh! Fans or people that have no friends to play the actual card game in real life would enjoy. Luckily, or unluckily, I was both of those things when I found this game, so it's easy to see why I was so addicted to it. In the game, you play as Yugi's blue-hatted friend, who for some reason runs 4 times faster than most humans in the game. The gameplay revolves around an ancient Egyptian being said to bring about the end of the world, and you and your friends have to uncover some shit to stop it, or something like that, I don't know. And in addition to the normal Yu-Gi-Oh gameplay where you get better cards as you go along in the game, it also was decently challenging and had a pretty sick soundtrack at times.
My fondness towards this game definitely veers into the realm of just simply nostalgia for me, but a big reason I played this game was just to feel a part of the Yu-Gi-Oh world. Because Yu-Gi-Oh battles in real life are nothing like the anime makes it look like.
Okay, I'm gonna play this Blue Eyes White Dragon.
You can't do that. You have to sacrifice 2 creatures in order to place it.
Oh, really? The anime made it look like you could just...
Yeah, no.
Okay, cool.
Not nearly as exciting. I mean, I guess you could do it like the anime, but you'd probably just look insane.
I have you 100 life points. I have 2 monsters on the field that will completely obliterate you and send you to the Shadow Realm. Also, your dad isn't proud of you, your friends are captured.
Wait. The f is that?
This?
Yeah,
This is my dual disc.
looks horrible.
Dude, I couldn't afford a real one. What do you want from me? Are we gonna duel or not? Your defeat is all but certain.
Not so fast. You forgot about my 1 trap card, which will somehow win me the game under these very specific extreme circumstances.
Oh no!
If it were Wednesday and my father was proud of me, this card wouldn't work. But because of the heart of the cards, you have been defeated.
Number 9, SpongeBob The Return. No, the Revenge? The Revenge of the Flying Dutchman. Yeah. So it's no secret, TV show video games have a long history of being very hit or miss.
Most people are familiar with the follow-up to this game, the Battle for Bikini Bottom, which was recently re-released due to how loved the original game was.
Which I'll probably end up making a video strictly about the games that are based on TV shows, so more about that then. But as for why The Revenge of the Flying Dutchman makes it on this list. Is it a good game? I mean, kinda, sure.
It's certainly a game that didn't require you to be a fan of the series to enjoy, but made it all the more enjoyable if you were. Anyways, you play as this buck-toothed yellow sponge who, while out searching for his missing snail pet Gary, comes across the Flying Dutchman, the ghost of a pirate who needs you to collect his missing treasure or he won't return your friends that he kidnapped. As you progress in the game, new levels are unlocked where you typically have to collect 3 keys to find the Dutchman's treasure, which are all hidden around the world.
One of my fondest memories I have with this game is rage quitting it so hard I broke my original Game Boy Advance. The stress you will endure to complete this game is unmatched in this dimension.
It's like the game developers were like, what insanely difficult, borderline asshole-ish thing can we put in every fucking corner of every level? You're never not getting just absolutely pummeled by enemies, which, like, I get it's under the sea, and contrary to Sebastian the Crab saying everything's better under the sea,
Life under the sea is better than anything they got up there.
it's not better. It's not better. You got these fucking things, this thing, everything is out to get you. You can die from a fast-moving tumbleweed. And what's worse is every time you get hit, SpongeBob makes the most loud, guttural sound imaginable. Yeah, that's a normal sound to make when you get hurt. I don't know about you, but every single time I stub my toe, that's exactly what I sound like. Up next on the list is Super Mario Advance 2, or more commonly known as Super Mario World. While an argument can be made about any of the re-released Mario games on the GBA, Super Mario World was always my favorite.
And this is one of the more simpler games on this list. The premise of this game is totally normal.
You're a plumber who enjoys mushrooms, and you're traveling the world going down pipes and trying to take on the largest turtle dinosaur army ever conceived, while viney plants, football players, ghosts, large slow-moving bullets with faces, and turtle wizards try to kill you.
What the f kind of drugs were the developers of this game on? And even more on drugs to think that making a movie out of this in the 90s was a good idea. Oh, Super Mario Bros. Movie. You're truly awful, but for some reason I still watch you.
But a big reason as to why Mario World was my favorite Mario game is it was probably the first Mario game I ever played. In fact, Mario World may be the first video game I ever played. And I just remember being a little kid, you know, listening to all these sounds and jumping everywhere, thinking it was so cool. I had no idea what a plumber was, but Mario games glorified it to the point where I wanted to be one.
Imagine my mom's horror when she asked me what I wanted to be when I was younger, and I said, a plumber. My mom's like, yeah, this one's broken. Can I get a return to my child, please? He's 2 and he's already thrown his life away?
Like Zelda, the Mario games were once again about a princess who gets captured and then doesn't give the hero the goods when they're saved.
Okay, seriously, who hurt the creators of these games? Who hurt you? With this one, though, I can definitely understand a little bit more why Peach never is eager to bang Mario, though, because it's like,
Hey, Peach, I saved you.
Oh, thank you.
Can I have a kiss?
Oh God. No. Do you want gold or anything else?
No,
No, I want to play.
Yeah, no.
Come on, I trekked all this way. Give Mario a little pecker on the smacker.
I will literally give you anything other than that.
Number 7, The Legend of Zelda Minish Cap. This one for me is a somewhat new addition to this list since I only recently played it this year.
And I'm glad I did it on stream because it gave me a chance to experience this.
What? Oh, can I pull it? Oh my god! Dude, it looks like a penis!
What the f is going on?
Oh, another dick.
I love dicks.
No, we're starting a beatbox for it. Every time we see one. Stretch that dick. Stretch that dick. Stretch that dick.
Okay, but seriously, that looks like a penis, right?
But yes, it was a game that I'd been requested for so long to play, and for the sake of this video and not leaving any stone unturned, decided to check it out, and I gotta say,
I loved every minute of it. How I skipped out on playing this game when I was younger, I have no idea.
Not only being the only original Zelda title for the Game Boy Advance outside of Four Swords that came with a Link to the Past re-release, but it was also developed in partnership with Capcom, as was previously seen with games like Link's Awakening, Oracle of Seasons, and Oracle of Ages. And with Zelda being one of Nintendo's lil babies that they don't like to let other parents hold, it was probably super daunting for this game to even happen, especially when historically Nintendo's had a very hit or miss relationship with other studios.
I mean, let's not forget that these exist, guys.
What happened?
Nothing, Link. We were just about to have a feast.
Great!
I will never let them live this down.
Like Oracle of Seasons and Ages, Capcom really helped push the evolution of Zelda along in a big way that made it both easy to play and get into, while also adding enough to the story and mechanics to make it new to older fans of the series. But what made Minish Cap stand out amongst the other titles in the franchise is its charm, fluid animation, and characters, and more than anything else, it was just incredibly fun. The idea of Link's hat having a story and being a wisecracking asshole is honestly something I never thought I'd see, but I'm glad I did. But best of all was the ability to reduce your size in the game, giving dungeons a satisfying new perspective.
Which I'll admit, could seem a little bit gimmicky, but not nearly as much as later titles in the franchise like Phantom Hourglass or Spirit Tracks. And hey, if you like those games, cool. But seriously, a train? Stop writing that comment and telling me how it makes sense in the lore and listen to yourself. A train! That's like if instead of the Fellowship of the Ring walking everywhere in Lord of the Rings, Gandalf just showed up in a Nissan 350Z and was like, yo, let's go destroy this bitch. It just doesn't fit the world, okay? That's all I'm saying.
Before Breath of the Wild came out and completely flabbergasted me.
That's right, flabbergasted. I don't even use that word, so that's how you know it had an impact. Before that though, with the exception of a few actual neat gimmicks like the Link Between Worlds ability to become two-dimensional, I really did expect Zelda games to keep deteriorating in their premise and mechanics until eventually it would be like,
welcome to Zelda Reverse, otherwise known as Adlez Resrev, where Link must do everything in reverse.
This isn't practical! Ow! Son of a bitch!
Zelda Tape of Dreams, where Link's only weapons are household items and a magical tape that fixes everything. Sponsored by Freck Tape. Zelda, A Link to the Future. This time, Link has a time machine where instead of traveling 7 years in his own future, he travels into our world in the year 2020.
no. Please, for the love of God, no!
Number 6, Metroid Fusion. I specifically remember this is actually the first Metroid game I ever played because Metroid in general was just always somehow scary to me.
In fact, Metroid Fusion may be one of the only 2D games that ever gave me the willies. What does that even mean? I don't know, it just gave me the heebie-jeebies, man. What is that, an STD? This is also coming from someone who's afraid of semi-trucks, commitment, and the ants from James and the Giant Peach, so it's easy to see why this game was scary to a little bitch boy like me. But seriously, this lady's terrifying.
Even the music had that sinister nature, like something was always lurking. Not to mention, there's a mindless clone of you with white eyes that just stalks you the entire game.
In Samus's case, that's f***ing scary. Things got, like, guns and shit. If I had a mindless clone, it'd be really easy to get rid of me. Hey, there's tacos and redheaded girls over there. Oh, thanks. And if you've never played a Metroid game, imagine Ripley from the Alien movies, but she's in a suit with pauldrons that are way too big for any human being to realistically wear. And if you've never seen Alien, what the hell are you doing? God damn! Get the f*** out of here.
So yes, in Metroid Fusion, you play as certified space babe and 80% of the gaming world's first erection, Samus, as she gets attacked by a new dangerous parasitic organism called X.
Not X!
And soon after finds out that the only way that she can fix the situation and stop the X from spreading is by making a vaccine out of the other worst organism in the galaxy, the Metroid.
Wait, that's all it takes? Then it's possible by that same logic that coronavirus can be defeated by the other worst thing in the world. Here, quick, think of awful shit. Hitler Seaman, Greg Paul's sex tape, TikTok, my own videos. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say I'd rather get the Rona than have an injection of any of those things. Thanks, though.
But anyways, because of the X's impact on her body with the vaccine, however, it means that she can now suck the parasites after she defeats an infected enemy to gain new powers and abilities.
Which makes for some really busted video game logic when you think about it.
Wait, is that a dead scroll? Hold on 1 second.
Hey, I know karate now.
As you defeat bigger and badder enemies, you continuously get upgrades to your suit that are a ton of fun and eventually help you traverse through the derelict spacecraft the game takes place on and discover the secrets of the X-Parasite. One thing I'm still confused about with Metroid games is how does Samus physically turn herself into a ball like this? Like, what? Where are her bones?
And she just gets out of it too, like, oh yeah, I'm fine. I've been rolling down this corridor for 20 minutes. I feel great. I feel great, honestly. Realistically, it would be like, oh my god!
Number 5, Mega Man Battle Network.
Sorry about that. Okay, this is a real one. Number 5, Mega Man Battle Network. Okay, so these games are one of those rare instances of a series that did incredibly well to the point where it had like 6 sequels and spin-offs and even an anime based off the game series, but hardly anyone I've ever talked to has played a single one of them. And since there were so many of them, each with varying quality and story, for the sake of this review, I'll mainly be focusing on the first title in the series as that's the one I played the most of. So in Battle Network, you play as the character Lan, but most of the game takes place on what early 2000s games thought the internet looked like. Floating E's in the background, flipping food. What even is this? The whole thing is just a massive acid trip. So yes, while you're inside the internet, you play as Mega Man, who is Lan's NetNavi battle partner, who must face off against a bunch of different viruses while all the while fighting against an internet terrorist organization called the WWW.
The Wild Wiener Wankers. White Walker women. Whoa, where's Waldo? I don't f***ing know, man. In the anime, they just called it World 3. Maybe because they realized that the WWW sounds too similar to the KKK? Actually, they also changed this guy's name to Wacko Man. His original name, Color Man. Yeah, seems a little racially insensitive.
But yes, the WWW, led by the sinister Dr. Wily, who does all sorts of horrific things. Like a virus that causes your oven to burst into flames, a virus that stops traffic lights, a virus that freezes the water supply.
That's it? Dude, Wily could easily get away with most of those nowadays by just calling them social experiments or pranks. But no, anytime your toaster accidentally burns your bread a little bit, that's no accident. That's right, terrorist attack. Drink isn't cold? Terrorists. Terrible luck? Terrorists. Failing love life? Terrorists.
So anyways, future Logan Paul keeps trying different tactics to throw the world into chaos, and it's Lan and Mega Man's job to stop him.
Also, I'd just like to point out that there's a song that plays in this game anytime something bad happens that just literally gives me anxiety. So just know that if I'm ever having a panic attack in real life, this is the music that's playing in my head.
Where this game truly shines is in its gameplay, which if you're expecting a typical shoot-'em-up experience that you get in a normal Mega Man game, this changes it in a way that I have never seen done in a game, making it some of the most addicting strategy-based combat I have ever played, while still retaining that Mega Man run-and-gun combat style.
Doing my best to explain it, it's essentially a card game, like...
You have a deck of battle chips that you could use during battle, and then you naturally pick up better and more powerful ones as you play, with each one benefiting your own strategies and playstyles best. When in combat, you're given 5 chip options to use out of your deck per battle cycle. Once the battle starts, it's an action board where you can move about shooting enemies and then using your chips that you've loaded before the battle whenever it's of the most benefit.
There's a few other things to mention there, but yeah, it's incredibly unique and definitely a series that I recommend anyone play. Unless you're afraid of terrorists. Terrorists!
Coming in at number 4, Zelda: A Link to the Past.
I know what you're thinking. Another Zelda game? Yes! So I like Zelda, okay? Sue me.
As I previously stated in my rating every Zelda game video, I spent a ridiculous amount of my childhood playing this game as I dodged my mom catching me play it at 3 in the morning.
Destery, what are you doing in there? You better not be playing video games.
Mom, go away! I'm masturbating!
Okay, that's fine. Good night.
So Link to the Past is a re-release of the 1991 game of the same name with the addition of 4 swords, which allowed me and the friends that I never had enough of to play this game the ability to play together.
And since I previously reviewed this game, I won't be spending too much time on it, but it truly is the quintessential Zelda game.
It has Link. It's got Zelda. It had an amazing score that the franchise used for years and years following this game's release. The enemies and boss fights were so memorable, and even more than that, the world was memorable. For a game game originally released in 1991, it feels huge with so much to do.
And not to mention the game's basically remake in 2013, A Link Between Worlds, which took everything you loved from A Link to the Past and just made it better. But we're not here to talk about that game, so moving on.
Number 3, Dragon Ball Z: The Legacy of Goku series.
Having been a massive Dragon Ball Z fan for as long as I can remember, I don't even care that the show had a billion filler episodes that were all like,
next time on Dragon Ball Z. Next time on Dragon Ball Z. Okay, this has been going on for 4 episodes. Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
But the great thing about the Legacy of Goku games in particular was that it didn't require you to be a fan of Dragon Ball Z to enjoy. It's just a fun experience. And with the 30,000 Dragon Ball Z games, most of which are And
I mean, this could also be because I just don't play fighting games because I suck flaccid orc tits at them. Seriously, watching me play fighting games is like, did I win?
You are just mashing the crouch button over and over.
Okay, so I won is what you're saying?
Maybe if you'd actually learn some combos.
Let me do my thing. Watch this!
So the Legacy of Goku series is an RPG game mixed with some beat-em-up elements that has you playing through the sagas of the story of the anime as you traverse the unique world of Dragon Ball Z. The first Legacy of Goku follows the story up until the Frieza saga, and admittedly I've only played this one once despite how dope this song on the soundtrack is. The series really picks up in the Legacy of Goku 2, which allows you to play as multiple characters through the Android and Cell sagas of the anime, which are definitely my personal favorite. And the thing I love most about these games is that it allowed you to explore the world of Dragon Ball Z. You can help random citizens, collect things to upgrade your character, buy a sandwich for Mr. Satan.
No, his name is literally Mr. Satan in the original anime. Do you guys know that all of the Dragon Ball Z character names are based on food? Anyways.
As you play, you gradually unlock new areas that you can access via this overworld map that you literally fly around on. And I cannot tell you how cool I thought this was when I was younger. This blew my mind.
Whoa!
And what's great too is that these games don't leave out any of the charm or characters or funny plot points that made the anime so enjoyable. In the first game, you literally collect Master Roshi's porn magazines. In the second game, there's a part where you break into a man's home who's trying to have a party and blow up his generator because the song he's playing is incredibly annoying. Bulma's oddly youthful mom with a dump truck ass is just a character that gives you f***ing cookies whenever you see her. There's still odd sexual tension between a dwarf with no nose and a literal robot.
Spoiler alert, he totally has sex with that thing. Not in the game though. Can you imagine? It's like a mini game. Oh, get it, Krillin! Mash A to pleasure Android 18.
The final game in the series, Boo's Fury, follows the Boo saga, and despite it having even better mechanics than the Legacy of Goku 1 or 2, admittedly I've only ever played it once just because I never really have been a fan of the Boo saga. But the game still is ridiculously fun, and much like the other games of this series, the soundtrack is just insane. Number 2, Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. Another series which I'm sure I could have picked any number of Pokemon games that came out during this time, especially now that there's like 50 games with the weirdest names, with each game's plot getting more and more far-fetched.
Pokemon Off-White Magenta. Pokemon sorta black, but there's a little blue in there. Yo, you got a Pokemon Trapezoid or a Pokemon Rhombus?
And that's not even mentioning the ROM hacks that exist of Pokemon that add even more titles to the franchise.
Pokemon Snakewood. Pokemon Chaos Black. And my favorite, Pokemon My Ass. That is a real thing.
The Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire were the games that I played the most of on the Game Boy Advance, hands down.
I vividly remember my friend and I going into a middle school bathroom and trading Pokemon and coming up with a plan that if anyone walked in on us, we would just say we were doing gay stuff because it was preferable to saying we were trading Pokemon. Not only are these games in the top 2 of my favorite Game Boy Advance games, but they definitely sit number 1 as far as my favorite Pokemon games go.
Having loved both Kanto and Johto, I can say without question that Hoenn is still my favorite. The regions themselves are beautiful, everything is so bright and vibrant and colorful, and that may be partially due to the fact that these were the first fully colored Pokemon games, but I digress. Like with anyone's main reason for favoring a specific generation of Pokemon, the thing that stood out to me the most about Ruby and Sapphire were the Pokemon themselves, which is not to say that all of the Pokemon in Hoenn were great, from the somewhat forgettable ones like Love Disc,
to the ones that just made you say, why? I mean, Nosepass to
How about Castform, the Pokemon which me and my friend lovingly referred to as Ballsack Buddy? Yeah, take one look at this thing and tell me it doesn't look like a scrotum. That's right, you can't. But no Pokemon game is complete without its legendaries, to which Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald certainly did fantastically well. You got Kyogre, Groupon, Rayquaza's skinny arm, fabulous lipstick wearing ass. Seeing how cool the Pokemon are in this game makes you easily overlook the fact that you're trapping animals in tiny balls to force them to fight other animals to the death.
Oh, sorry, no, they faint, my bad. Of course, I don't know if you've ever hyper-beamed a level 2 Weedle, but no, I'm sure he's just sleeping.
And this may be just me, but hands down, the best part about Ruby and Sapphire was
the BMX bike. Check out these rad hops, you dopey bitch. Extreme!
No, the coolest thing for me was the inclusion of secret bases. Secret bases! What?
You could literally Swiss Family Robinson the f out of a tree and just decorate it to your heart's content. You could pull an Oliver Queen from Arrow and just live in a cave on an island.
There were so many places to build a secret base, and it was always exciting for me to find a new area. And definitely a feature that I wish they did more.
Any negative about Ruby and Sapphire is really just a negative I have about any Pokemon game, and that's just personal preference. I'm not typically a fan of turn-based RPG games with random battle elements, and there's gonna be times where you dread going into a cave because the amount of times you run into a fucking Zubat will make you want to shoot your own dick off. It should also be worth mentioning that these games were eventually remastered and re-released for the 3DS under the names Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. The fucking names, man. All new Pokemon Extra Dynamo Super Girthy Brown. But I still recommend playing the originals because the remake is just alright. I mean, it's not bad. There's positives to it. You know, if I compare the two, it's like, yeah, alright, looks good. But I'm sure you know those remakes that exist that when you play it, you're just like, holy f***. This is not that. This is like, hey, check it out. Your Pokemons can now do an extra evolution. It's in 3D now. Whoa.
And finally, number 1, Golden Sun and Golden Sun The Lost Age.
Oh, where do I even start? These games are so far ahead of any other competition on this list, it's almost an insult to put them at number 1. I love these games so much that when I was 13, I made a website dedicated to the series where I wrote a walkthrough that I tried to be funny in. Moogle. My bad. Mogol Forest. First of all, I've forgotten why we need to come here. Aren't we supposed to be going after Saturos and his buddies? What's up with this? Anyways, some monsters will spot you entering and piss his pants. He would if he had any pants anyways. God damn it. It's so bad. I was 13. What do you want from me?
But everything about these games is perfect. In Golden Sun, you play as a young boy named Isaac and a group of kids who set out from their town of Mount Aleph after a nasty hot blue boy who wants to f up the world with his hot bitch scythe-wielding girlfriend steal 4 elemental stones from the town's sanctum. This then triggers a volcano above their town where a floating piece of tinfoil with googly eyes has been guarding it for centuries. After you tell your town healer, no, you're not ready to save the world, the screen goes dim and says, and so the world descended into chaos.
The end. Hilarious alternate ending that you can actually do aside.
Assuming you say yes, for some reason the village then elects you to be the adventurers to go out, retrieve the stones, and save the land.
Wait, how old are the main characters of this game? Like 12? They know like 2 spells and can barely harm a rat, but the elders are just like,
okay, so the world rests in your hands. You got this, right? Oh yeah, you'll be fine.
You then set off into the world of Weird, a massively insane RPG world full of nasty beasts, quaint towns, and magic called Psi Energy, which allows your characters to not only unleash devastating spells in battle, but also affect the world and puzzles in a really unique way that I truthfully have never seen another game do as well. You know, other than like Breath of the Wild, and that's a Switch game.
And this is a freaking Game Boy game! God damn it!
One thing that may turn people off initially as you play it is that the battle system is a turn-based RPG, which is not everyone's cup of tea, as I mentioned with Pokemon, but Golden Sun, and especially the sequel Golden Sun The Lost Age, make battles all exciting and unique with the use of beautiful fluid animations and the inclusion of the Djinn system, which are essentially elemental beings that represent the 4 main types of alchemy of the world: earth, wind, and fire. And water.
And in addition to being adorable creatures that I will definitely pay someone out there to make me plushies of,
you find scattered around the world, and once caught, boost your character's Psi energy and allow you to use them in battle for various effects. Use enough of them and you can unleash massive summons that do insane damage. So it's definitely not a run-of-the-mill RPG experience. Even if you hate turn-based RPG games, there's a good chance that you'll still love these games. And if not for the battle system and the story and collecting,
then for the music, oh my god. This is just a normal battle. This isn't like important boss battle music or anything. That's like the coolest thing I've ever heard.
Each song is so fitting to the world and environment that you're in that it truly transports you into the game and the world that it's presenting.
As if I haven't fangirled enough. I know, you're just like, Chester, shut the f up about Golden Sun. No!
The puzzles in both games are just wonderfully unique. And there's definitely gonna be times where you're just staring at your screen wondering if you have a mental disorder, only to make it that much more satisfying when you figure it out and go,
haha, yeah, suck my ass, game.
You're no match for my massive brain!
The original Golden Sun had a sequel called Golden Sun The Lost Age, which for some reason a lot of people didn't like as much, but I can say personally it's my favorite game on the Game Boy Advance and maybe even in my top 10 games of all time. Not only is the story engaging and twisty like none other and resolves the story in a way that you don't expect, but the world is huge. There's so much more to do in terms of side quests and upgrading your characters, and you get a flying boat.
A flying boat, guys.
Golden Sun remained quiet after the Lost Age until the release of the Nintendo DS, where they made a sequel called Golden Sun Dark Dawn, which is still a fun game, but definitely lacks some of the charm of the originals.
And as you've no doubt suspected, I have pleaded with game developers to make a new game. Hi, is this Camelot Game Developers?
Yes, it is.
Hi, yeah, when are you guys gonna make a new Golden Sun game?
Is this Destry?
No, this is Frederick. Or one of my fondest ideas, turn the story into an anime, because I would watch the shit out of that. Hell, remaster the games for the Switch. I don't give a shit. Just do something. Camelot, please.
Destry, just because you're calling from a different number doesn't mean we can't recognize your voice.
Ma'am, that's
Thanks a lot for watching this video. If you'd like to see other videos from other series I do, make sure to click the annotations on the screen. Also, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. And as I said, let me know in the comments down below what Game Boy Advance games you love the most. Follow me on all my links at CaptainDesDes and check out my new merch at DesMerch.com. Big thanks to Taylor, Chase, Vic, Mike Pixelweezy, his wife Violet, Zach, and all of my lovely patrons for helping me create this video. That said, I will see you next time. Thanks for watching, and fair winds.